Here's the problem I got. It says machine has a 7% defect rate. If 6 items are chosen at random, what's the probability that at least one will have a defect? So let's see, I need choosing 6, 1 have a defect, and that's the defect rate. Okay, so here we're choosing 6 items, so that's the N. At least 1, so I'll put 1 in for X, and we'll talk about this in a minute. And then the defect rate is 0.07. And even though it's a defect in the language of binomial experiments, 7% is the probability of success. Okay, so the probability that we want is at least 1. So that was my dog yawning. What does at least 1 mean? Well, it means the probability that you get 1 defect or 2 defects or 3 defects or 4 or 5 or 6, right? So the probability of at least 1, and we've talked about this before, this is the same as 1 minus the probability of 0. So at least 1 and 0 are complements of each other. So we have a couple ways to go here. I'm going to use StatTrek. So here we have the Binomial Calculator from StatTrek. And so here the probability of success on a single trial is 7%. The number of trials is 6. The number of successes. If we put a 1 in here, let me show you how to use this. When I hit the Calculate button, so which of these gives us the probability of at least 1? That means we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And so this is exactly 1, less than 1, less than or equal to 1. This is more than 1, but doesn't include 1. So this is the one that we want. So the probability is 0.353. Let me put that back on my spreadsheet. 0.353. So we can certainly do that, and that's easy. However, we could also change the number of successes to 0. And now when we hit calculate, the number that we want is actually this one. It's 647, right? That's the probability of 0. So the probability of 0 is 647, and just like we said here, if we take 1 minus that, we get the same thing that StatTrek gave us for at least 1. So there's a couple of ways to go here, and there you have it.